What is the best seat in the US skies? Two airlines are betting big on huge premium cabins on their new 787 Dreamliners. So which one actually wins? I've actually flown both of them. It's United's Polaris Studio and American's Flagship Suite Preferred. Exclusive seats within those business class cabins push closer to first class. Here's the plan. We're going head to head, round by round, and we're going to find the winner in each category to get an overall winner. I'll judge firstly the cabin and seat, then the entertainment, food and beverages, amenities, sleep, service, and pricing, and then availability. Like, how can you actually get on one of those planes? So let's get into it. Round one, cabin and seat. All right, United first. So you board what they call the elevated 787, and there are Polaris cabins to your left and to your right. There are 64 suites in total, and the 4 studios sit in the front row of each cabin, making 8 total. Now the studio is 25% bigger than the standard Polaris suite behind it. And you really feel that. There's even a buddy seat opposite you so somebody can dine with you. And if you book the middle 2 studios at the front of each cabin, they kind of join together into almost a double bed. Don't think like a Singapore Airlines thing, but you're gonna be together. The legroom in these seats is proper and you really don't feel boxed in at all. Now, American. The Flagship Suite Preferred is also a bulkhead front row seat. There are 8 of them across the 2 cabins, and American says it gives you 42% more living space and 19% more bed than the standard Flagship suite. It's a reverse herringbone, so you're angled away from the aisle, which also means brilliant solo privacy, but you don't get the buddy seat and there's no kind of double bed like United provides. It's really a seat built for one. American's Preferred is a lovely cabin, but United gave me a seat that I could share with another, and I just preferred the overall vibe, both in terms of the seat and the entire cabin, which was more impressive. So on sheer real estate and wow factor, the winner, it's United. Okay, round 2. Ding, 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 ding. This is entertainment, and this is an important one for me. The screen is where the gap is almost embarrassing between the 2 products. Okay, so you've got United Studio Screen, which is a 27-inch 4K monster, roughly double the size of the standard suite right behind it. Now, American gives every business class seat the same, just over 17 inches. It is 4K, but headphones is where I think American claws something back. Every single Flagship passenger is getting Bang & Olufsen noise cancelling headphones, which is a proper premium recognizable brand. Now United are some of the nicest headphones I've ever put on. They're from Meridian Audio, and you get an elevated version of those in those front seats. But both systems do support Bluetooth pairing, so you can pair your own device on either system anyway, which is what I prefer to do. The headphones are a coin toss. The screen is absolutely not. So when one seat's screen is 2/3 bigger than the other, this round has a clear winner, and it's United. Okay, round 3, food and beverage. And I'm hungry, so this is really on my mind. This really is United's showpiece. The studio service opens with caviar and a pour of Laurent Perrier Rosé Champagne. That's an upgrade on what those behind you are getting in the rest of the Polaris cabin. After that, it's a 4-course dinner and a build your own wine flight where they're gonna bring you 3 different wines to taste. You're gonna get tapas on demand mid-flight, a walk-up snack bar that you can wander to, and of course, you're gonna get the famous ice cream sundae off the trolley. But what's really cool is the studio, you get this snack box that you only get in the studio that really reminded me of the basket that you get in Emirates first class. Now onto the actual food. My salmon on my flight was a little bit fishy, but the couscous risotto was really nice. And what I really loved was how they hide the little chili layer in the salt and pepper shaker tower, which was great. I really adored that. It's worth noting there is an additional main course choice for the studio only. Now American's food was great for me, and that mattered because American food had been a bit hit and miss in my recent experience. So my hot smoked salmon starter, it was fresh, and the corn-fed chicken, which was with a salmon risotto, it was succulent, about as good as chicken gets on a plane. And you're also gonna get the sundae, which is obviously amazing. They brought espresso back too, but the champagne is not Laurent Perrier, and there's no caviar, no wine flight, and no sexy first class style snack box. American's catering is a real comeback from what I've experienced in the past, and I rated the chicken, but the caviar, the champagne, the wine flight, the snack box, the kind of stuff you'll find in first class, United is steaming ahead here. So the winner in this round, it's United. Round 4, we're going for the amenities now. This is actually the closest round so far. So United Studio Kit, it's a proper box, it's not a pouch, with Perricone MD skincare, hooded pajamas that I definitely would wear like off the plane, although I do think it might only be available on certain lengths of flights and only on overnight flights. You get slippers, you get some Polaris playing cards, which was a super fun touch, and it looks and feels more like first class again. Oh, and you get this little AirTag keychain thing, which is also a really cool addition if you're in those front seats. Now, American will also upgrade from what you get in the business class seats behind. In the preferred seats, you get a durable leather case, Joanna Vargas and relevant skincare in place of the standard product, Nest pajamas, plus the Bang & Olufsen headphones, which I mentioned before. On brand names alone, Bang & Olufsen and Joanna Vargas, it's a strong roster. United's presentation is gorgeous though. The pajamas and the extra treats win on the would I keep it test. And pound for pound, in this round, United edges it for me. So the winner is United. Okay, round 5, we're getting into sleep now. United's studio bed is enormous. It's dressed in Saks Fifth Avenue bedding with a plush velvet cushion that's studio only, and under it, a thick mattress pad. Now lying down on it, it's one of the best business class sleeping setups I've ever had. That's not an exaggeration. American is genuinely good here too. A 79-inch fully flat bed, the preferred seat adding nearly a fifth more sleeping space, a Nest mattress pad, a John Horsfall fleece, and a lumbar pillow. And once the sliding doors are operational, which they weren't on my flight, you'll feel like you're in a real cocoon. So I think the additional bits you get in the preferred suite are a win for me. Now, American's preferred bed is the best American have ever done in business class, and I'd happily sleep on it, but the United Studio, it's bigger, it's softer, and for me, the winner in this round, again, it's United. Round 6, it's service. Now, both crews were lovely, so this comes down to the minute details. On United, we did the call bell challenge and it took around 4 minutes. Now that's almost a fail in my eyes. Now the crew did make up for that though. They brought me my tea in separate parts with a bit of a laugh because they were like, we can't make a brew like the Brits can. I kind of loved that cheeky attitude and leaving me to make the perfect tea. Now on American, the call bell was rapid. The crew were on form and they were very proud of their new jet. I was on one of the very first flights. But honestly, the caveat for American is volume. That cabin is big. There are 51 business class seats to serve, and one crew member was saying it felt like 2 whole cabins in one, and on a busy service that can slow down the meal service a little. I felt like United's crew had a little bit more personality, but this is going to be different on every flight. But on the actual stopwatch on my flight, American answered faster and ran a smooth service despite a packed cabin. So this round it goes to American. Okay, the points guy, we love talking points and money, so round 7 is about pricing. Now here's where it flips hard. To sit in that United Polaris studio, you need to book a regular Polaris suite, and then you're going to pay for the upgrade. It's going to be around $500 each way, but that depends on the route. They will take United miles for it too, but wherever the price lands on your specific flight, the best United seat, it's always going to cost you something on top of your business class ticket. Now American, at least right now, the Flagship suite preferred costs nothing extra. I did a dummy booking today and it did let me book for free. So American is expected to start charging hundreds of dollars each way for it eventually, but actually today, because it's free, that means a lot. There's also been really good award space on the routes that American's flying these new jets, 55,000 Alaska miles or 62,000 odd American miles each way on the route that I flew, with taxes out the US only being a few dollars. Now, because United makes you pay to reach its best seat, American is currently giving away its best seat away to anyone who can grab the bulkhead. And the points pricing, it's some of the best value going. This is likely to change, but for now, it's an easy win for American. Round 8, it's availability. Like, where can you actually fly on these products? It's the last round and it matters because the fanciest seat in the world is kind of useless if you can't even get on it. So United is going to fly the elevated 787 from San Francisco to Singapore and San Francisco to London, with around 20 of these jets due by the end of the year. So from here in the UK, that's effectively one route. You can only fly to San Francisco. On the flip side, you're going to find that 787P from American, P is for premium, it's going to be on more routes. The rollout has been faster, so you can do London to Chicago, Philadelphia, New York, LA, and more. Plus there's a fleet of 777s being retrofitted with the same suites. So for me, flying out of London, there's simply more chance of catching a flight on American on these new seats. This is obviously going to change rapidly, so keep a close eye on where these aircraft are flying, and if you're on a route where they have them, definitely get on board one. But on availability for today, American wins this one easily. So what's the verdict? Here's the tea. It was close, but it was 5-3 in the end. If you want the single most spectacular seat in the sky, the bigger bed, the bigger screen, the caviar, the champagne, it's the United Polaris Studio, no question. It's the most impressive business class seat I've flown on a US airline ever, really. But a big nod to the runner-up, because the American Flagship Suite Preferred does give you 90% of that magic, the brilliant bed, the gorgeous cabin, the proper amenity kit, and right now it costs nothing on top, and I really can't stress how big a deal that is. And if you're buying your underlying ticket on points, that really is a steal. And on a plane that is easier to catch from London, where I am right now. So that's the real question. Do you pay up for the best seat in the sky, or do you take the smartest seat your points can buy? Which one are you booking? If you want help getting into seats like these for the least possible points, our newsletter is free, and I've put the link in our description, and we drop deals and tricks every single day that will help you exponentially. Also, please subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't already, and let me know which comparison you want me to do next so we can find the best products in the sky.